Well, Dan, another game live on Sky tomorrow against West Brom. It's a big test, but this is what you achieved. Worked so hard for last year to achieve.
Yeah, 100%. It's what you want to do, especially when you're playing in League One. You want to play these massive games, especially at home. The last 2 games at home, the atmosphere has been amazing. We've put in some good performances, so hopefully we can do it again.
Yeah, and I guess with the Championship, you can look at the teams that you play, but ultimately it's 11v11. And
yeah.
You proved in League One that your Sunderlands, your Charltons. It's about who's on the pitch rather than what the name is.
Yeah, and obviously how hard you work. It's a big club, West Brom. They've just come down from the Premier League. Obviously they're doing well, but like you said, it's 11v11. If we work hard and stick to our game plan, we'll have a good chance. So I'm looking forward to it. Yeah.
And with it being a home game, our home form has been really good over the last couple of years, and maintaining the home form across the season is obviously going to be key. But you made a really good start. The win against Derby, obviously performance against Cardiff as well. Obviously disappointed in the last couple of minutes, but you must be really confident when you go into home games.
Yeah, and I feel like everyone feels like that. Probably even the fans. Even more so now they're back. The last 2 games were massive. Obviously we didn't see the Cardiff game out, but the performance was there and the atmosphere. So it's just going into each game, obviously with a game plan, making sure we stick to it, but being at home, it does help us, yeah.
Yeah, how have you found having fans back? Because it was such weird surroundings with those supporters. Is it took a little bit of time to get used to?
Well, it's one of them things, obviously not having any, it took a while to get used to, and then Luton away game obviously didn't go very well, so it was a bit of a downer, but then as soon as we got to the Derby game and obviously got the result, it's like, yeah, they're back. Yeah, it feels good. I'm happy about it.
Yeah, and when you sort of get to the end of tomorrow's game, you've got a little bit of an international break. They're almost like blocks these first 3 months of the season. But if you put in a solid performance, a good performance is obviously the first point you're looking for. You look back on these sort of 5 games or so in the league and be relatively comfortable with where you're at?
Yeah, never get too comfortable. Obviously, we've won a game, we've drawn 1, we've lost 2. The performances have been there for the majority. I feel like as a group we would have learnt a lot, and I feel like we should be confident with, obviously, if we do what we can do and we perform how we can perform, then we will have a good season. I feel like we should be confident with that, yeah.
Yeah, the manager said it as much to me as about having the belief to realise that you are good enough to be at that level. And it sometimes takes a little while to get to that point because you're playing new teams, new experiences.
Yeah, and obviously we've got a couple of new bodies coming in as well that are settling in. But it's football. It doesn't really matter what league you're in. If you don't apply yourself properly and don't try hard, you're not going to be successful. So if we can just stick to doing that, working really hard, day in, day out, sticking together as a group, never getting too high or low, we'll be fine.
And if you analyse you personally over the last probably 3 years, you potentially played more football than anyone else in this squad, probably more football than most in the Football League. You obviously feel like you must be really pleased with where you are fitness-wise.
Yeah, touch wood. I feel really good at the moment as well. So long may it continue. I want to play football. As long as I'm doing it as well as I can and I feel good and I'm happy, and long may it continue. Yeah.
Yeah, and celebrate your birthday this week as well. Krispy Kreme, was it? Was that what you
I bought Krispy Kremes in for everyone. Didn't have one myself.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking. I did. And then had a Costa with my family yesterday and a chilled evening, so I've had a good week.
Yeah. 27, do you feel 27?
You didn't have to mention that.
I didn't have to mention it.
Nah, do you know what? Doesn't really matter. Once you get past maybe 23 or 4, it doesn't really matter. But I had a nice day and hopefully you get the 3 points to finish it off.